One way of turning your WordPress website into a money-making machine is to turn your website into an appointment booking website. Today, we're taking a look at MeetingHive. Let's see how easy it is to install. So to get started, you want to head over to the link that I provided in the video description below. So once you get to this link, all you need to do is to click on See Pricing. Now this is $89 and this is a single lifetime license. Now you get unlimited automatic updates. So we're starting off with a blank WordPress website. So I've already gone ahead and downloaded MeetingHive. So what I'm going to do is to head over here to Appearance and then click on Themes, Add New Theme. And then we're going to upload our theme by clicking here on Choose File. Now my theme is right here. I'm going to double click and click on Install Now. So installing it is very, very easy. The next step now is to go in and add our license key. But before we do that, we need to go in and activate this by clicking over here. So before we continue, this theme recommends specific plugins for this to really work well. So the plugins are over here. We're going to start with HivePress. So what I'm going to do to make things easier for me, instead of installing one by one, I'm going to come over here and click on Begin Installing Plugins. So that's the list of plugins. I'm going to click over here and do a bulk action, and that is to install all of them. I'm going to click on Apply. So now that all our plugins are activated, the next step now is to come over here to HivePress. So I'm going to click on Settings. And then I'm going to come over here to integrations. And this is where you need to enter your license key. I'm going to hit Save Changes. So the next step now is let's create our first booking. So we're going to do that by coming over here to listings. So we need to add a new listing first. I'm going to click on Add New. So I'm going to call this Fitness Trainer. So over here, we're going to add a short description. And this is myself here. So we could call this verified, and we can also make this featured if you wanted to. So let's go ahead now and create a category. So over here, we're going to create 3 categories. So I'm just going to call these fitness. And the third one here is going to be diet. So let's quickly view our post here, and we're going to open this in a new tab. And you can see here that the layout looks really nice. It's beautiful and it is very, very modern. So this is one thing I like about MeetingHive. You don't have to go in and start designing so many things. And I'll show you also how to customize this in a few moments. All right, so now that we have our page all created, you can see here we're missing an image. So this will be the image of me, the trainer. So let's go ahead and add that. So I'm going to come back over here. So let's continue on. We're going to come over here to images. So let's add our image, click open. Okay, so our image has been added. So next we have our calendar. Now this calendar is also very, very powerful because I can go in and block dates where I'm not available for the bookings. And I like the UI because it's very, very easy to go in and do this. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to select a few dates here. So let's say the 23rd. I'm not available. I can just click on this lock icon to block it. I can also block the 30th because as you can see, this is a Sunday. Now I can also do this on Saturdays or on specific Saturdays. I can go in and do that just by adding that. Now let's say this one here is blocked and I want to unlock it. I can just come over here and unblock it. So now it is available for bookings. Now over here, we also have a few more options. So we have booking offsets here. So this is how you can set up how many days are required prior to the booking date. So you can go through these to find out what they mean, but pretty much it is very straightforward. Next, we are now going to go in and create our profile and add any information that we may want to add. So to do that, you want to come over here to vendors. So this is my default one. That's my name over here. Of course, it's a default one that WordPress gave me, but I'm going to click on edit. So this is where I can get to add my description of any information I need to add over here like that. Next, I'm going to mark it as a verified vendor. And then over here on the right, I can set my featured image. So this could be an image of myself, which makes it easy for people to recognize me when they come on my site. So I have an image here. I'm going to double click on it and then set my featured image. All right, great. So now that I have my image over here, I'm going to click on update. Now I can also add some categories here, but I'm going to leave that as it is for now. Now let's take a look and see what this looks like. I'm going to click on new view post and you can see here, this is my basic description here. That's my image here. And pretty much they can send me a message if they need to, which is brilliant. Now, do you see how easy it is to set all these things up? I mean, it's very, very straightforward. This is why I highly recommend that you use MeetingHive. So let's say you have testimonials and you'd like to add them onto your website. Well, you can do that very easy by coming over here to testimonials. So you can click here on Add New and you can give this a name. So our first one here is going to be Susan. Paste my description here. and I'm just going to call this student. And then over here to the right, I'm going to set my featured image. So I'm going to use this first one here, publish it. So you can see here we have 2 testimonials, and at any point I can go in and customize them, add information, remove information if I need to, just by clicking on this edit button. So now that we have this all set, the next step now is to take a look and see how we can customize our complete website. So let's first of all create our landing page, which is going to be the main home page. So we're going to come over here now to pages, click on all pages. So I'm going to go to add new page. And this page is going to be our home page. Now I can further design this, but I want to show you something really, really exciting. And this is what brings the power to MeetingHive. So if I come over here to these blocks, I can click on this plus button. And if I start searching here for Hive Press, you notice that we have our pre-designed blocks. Now, this is very important because this is an easy way of setting up our homepage with pre-designed blocks already. So let's start adding all these. So I think the first thing I want to add here is a listing form. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And right away, it has been added. So I can continue on and add even more items. So let's say this time I want to add a heading. Here we go. I'm going to go in and click on that, give our site a bit of a name. Now let's add more information. So let's say I want to add testimonials. Now remember, we created 2 testimonials. So let's go ahead and add our block here. And you can see Jane and Susan have been added straight away. Now what you can also do over here on the columns, you can change these to 3. And the number here as well, you can change this to 3 as well. So you can see the grid now has been updated. So because we have 2, I'm just going to stick to 2. And that's just going to fill up our space over here. Now remember, we created a listing earlier on. I'm going to come over here to listings, and we can see here fitness trainer can be added as my listing. So if we had more, we can actually go in and add them over here. Now to further customize the look and feel of our website, all you have to do is to come over here back to our dashboard. So you want to come over here to the actual theme. So you're going to go to appearance and then click on themes, and then you want to go to customize. So this is where we can now start with the colors, for example. So we have our primary color here. Now notice what happens when I change this. Our colors here are updating. So we have the arrow here changing. We also have the button here on the top also changing. So you can now play around with your colors. And over here we have our secondary color, same thing. We can go in and change that and match our branding. Next, we're going to come over here to site identity. So my site title here is MeetingHive. We can add a tagline if we wanted to, and we can also add our copyright notice, but I'm going to leave that as it is. We also have our menus here, so you could go in and create your menu. And finally, we're going to come over here to the fonts. And I like the fact that we can come over here and update our heading font and our body font as well. Now, my favorite font here is Poppins, so I'm just going to look for it and add Poppins. And sure enough, it is right here. So here is the moment of truth. We want to see now if what we've set up actually works. Click on our fitness trainer here. So there we go. We have our fitness trainer, and this is our booking page. So I can actually come over here and go to the dates and choose my specific date. So let's say I want to go with the 27th. Now notice that when we blocked the 23rd, the 22nd, and the 29th, these now are not accessible for booking. So let me click here on the 27th and the 28th. So now I can click on book now. Next, I can confirm my booking. And if at any point, if I wanted to change my dates, I can also go back and change my dates. Now, what's also cool here is I can send a message. So I can click here on this little icon here. So it looks like the booking was very, very easy to do. So let's view the booking by coming over here. And we can see here, this is confirmed and so on. So you can see here, we have our entry for our booking, and it also says confirmed. So I can actually go in here and take a look at it. And we can see that the date here has been added. Now, if you want to take a look at your listings, all you have to do is to come over here to your profile, click on listings. And now we can see that we have our listing here. We can click on the eye icon here and we can view the page, or we can go to the calendar. Now we can also go to our bookings here, our settings, and so on. But let's say you want this to work as a multi-vendor website. Well, you can also do this. So you can allow people to come in and register, and then they can also get their bookings through that way. And I think this is the power of MeetingHive. So you can start earning a lot of money by also doing that. So there's 2 options. You can either have this as a single person, you are offering your service, or you can have people sign up and add their listings. Now let's take a look and see how easy that is. So what you want to do is to come over here to list a service. So this is how someone would come in and add it. So we're going to come over here to categories. So let's say we're going to go under the diet category, select our images. In fact, that's optional. So let's leave that as it is. So now that I've added all my information, I can just quickly go in and submit my listing. So you notice here that when I go to my listings, it's set here as pending. That means I need to go in here and approve it. So once you mark it as verified, you can see here now that it is verified. Now there's two things you also may need to do here, and that is to create specific pages for the listings and also the vendors. So to do that, all you have to do is to come over here to add new page. So this one here is going to be listings. Now to link these pages up, you want to come over here to your settings and go to our listings page here. And remember, we've just created it, and I'm going to say listings. So now when we come over here to the listings page, you can see that this looks really, really nice. It's beautiful and it is well designed. So you may want to use this as the main homepage because this is where all the main listings are going to be. So to do that, we're going to change our current homepage to the listings page. So this is what's going to make it look really nice. So let's head over here and do that by coming over here to our main dashboard. But I'm going to open this in a new tab so that I can easily find my pages. So I'm going to come over here to settings, and then click on reading, and then simply come over here to our static page and then set it as our listings page. Click on save and we are good to go. So if I refresh my home page here, this now becomes my main page. So in this page, you can come over here and book whatever you want. If it's the dieting formula, you can just click over here and this will take you to the next page. And there we go. You can book now, send a message, write a review, report listing, and so on. So the other thing that makes MeetingHive very, very powerful is the extensions. So if I come over here to HivePress and click on extensions, you're going to notice that we're going to have a list of extensions which can further make our website even more and more functional. So over here, you can see we have a list of them. Some of them are free and some of them are not. So you can just come over here and purchase whatever you want. So as you can see, some of these are already active. We have here the paid listings. You can go in and install that. And by adding this, you can now start charging people to list on your website. So as you can see, this is a very, very powerful theme. I highly recommend it. The link to that is also in the video descriptions below. Go ahead, try it out. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.